Ever since the departure of James Harden, the Houston Rockets have been one of the worst teams in the NBA. The team signed Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet in free agency, but it's actually Alperen Şengün who's changed this team. This team has got off to a surprising start, even beating the defending champion Nuggets. Şengün was drafted with the 16th pick in the 2021 NBA draft after winning the MVP in the Turkish Basketball League. In his first couple seasons, he was given comparisons to Domantas Sabonis and Nikola Jokic, two fellow European big men who also excel in the post and as selfless passers. At only 21 years old, Şengün is averaging 20 points, 8.5 rebounds, and almost 6 assists, emerging as one of the best young centers in the game. Although Şengün might not be the best defender, Houston's defensive rating currently ranks third in the entire NBA. When Şengün is on the court, Houston is outscoring their opponents by 10.7 points per 100 possessions. When he's on the bench, the Rockets are outscored by their opponents by 5 points per 100 possessions. If that doesn't tell you the type of impact he has, then I don't know what does. Şengün currently has an assist percentage above 30% and a turnover percentage below 15%. The only other players to accomplish this who are 6'9" or taller in the last 20 years are Jokic, LeBron, and Giannis. Jokic had his big leap in year 3 and Sabonis had his in year 4. In comparison to those two, Şengün is younger while putting up similar stats. Comparing the breakout years of Jokic to Şengün, we can actually see how similar these two seasons are. Jokic's third season in the league, which was 2017-18, he was 22 years old, put up 18.5 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists on 50% from the field. In 2023-24, which is Şengün's third season, at 21 years old, he's averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists on much better 60% from the field. In terms of more advanced stats, in their third seasons, we can see that they had both similar usage rates, similar efficiency, they didn't turn the ball over that much, they added a lot to winning, and they had similar PERs and similar offensive ratings. 2 years ago, Jokic actually set the record for PER in a season, which means he's one of the most efficient players of all time, and he's had 2 of the top 10 seasons in NBA history. Not only do their third year stats look extremely similar, so do their career trajectories. In their rookie seasons, the ball was primarily in the hands of other guards. For Jokic, that was Emmanuel Mudiay and Jameer Nelson. For Şengün, that was Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green. Both played around 20 minutes per game, averaging 2 to 3 assists per game, both ranking 5th on their team in assists. But the team was able to see the playmaking potential of both of these guys. Coach Mike Malone recognized Jokic's potential and gave him a bigger role as a playmaking center in his second season. The big man's assists improved from 2.4 to 4.9, which was second on the team. When Jameer Nelson wasn't on the court, he was the primary playmaker. From Jokic's third year until today, Mike Malone has given the Joker all the freedom to run the offense. He had 7.3 assists in the 2017-18 season to lead the team and has been the Nuggets' best playmaker and player ever since. On the other hand, the Rockets gave Şengün more leeway on offense, which helped him improve his scoring and playmaking. From 2.6 assists per game, he was averaging 3.9 dimes per contest in his sophomore season. The big man was now second on his team, just like Jokic, behind Kevin Porter Jr. Now, in his third season, the new Rockets head coach Ime Udoka has made Alperen Şengün the creative hub of the offense, alongside former All-Star Fred VanVleet. Şengün is dishing out a career-high 5.7 assists per game, second to Freddie's 7.9. 3 years into his NBA career, Alperen Şengün has taken a similar route to development and playstyle as Nikola Jokic. Now Jokic is a 2-time MVP and recently an NBA champion, so rivaling that will be hard. Şengün is on the path to being a top center in the NBA, and Jokic is the perfect prototype. When people think of a player like Şengün, they don't even think of him as a lead scorer of a franchise. Not only is he a facilitator that the team can run the offense through, he's also pretty dominant in the post. In the last couple of seasons, former head coach Stephen Silas preferred the balls in the hands of creators Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green. The coaching of Ime Udoka and the signing of veteran point guard Fred VanVleet has allowed Şengün to get the ball more and dominate in all ways possible. This season, he's one of 7 players who's averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Let me just list the other 6 real quick. It's Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Domantas Sabonis, and Scottie Barnes. Other than Barnes, a fellow third-year player who's taking a big leap, all these players are multiple-time All-Stars, and 4 of the 6 being consensus top 10 players in the league. For a 21-year-old who's also just a center in his third season, this is just incredible. It's going to be hard for the Rockets to stay competitive all season with all the talent in the West. In comparison, Jokic's Nuggets of the 2017-18 season were surprising and very good. Ultimately, they missed the playoffs by 1 game and were the 9th seed, back when the play-in tournament didn't exist. They do have a very bright future. The model worked for the Nuggets, and this team in Houston is built around Alperen Şengün, experienced veterans Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks, and other great young players like Cam Whitmore, Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., and Tari Eason. Once this team is fully developed and built around Alperen Şengün, this team could be a perennial threat in the West. The Jokic comparison for Şengün might be a bit far-fetched and hyperbolic, but if there's anyone who could reach that level, it's Alperen Şengün. Thank you guys for watching today's video about Alperen Şengün. Hope you enjoyed, and subscribe and like the video. On the screen right now, there are 2 videos I think you guys will really enjoy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.